All right, so in this video, we're gonna try to make this one quick because I gave you a whole lot to think about in the last video. So I want to give you less to think about to get the same results, okay? So last video, we talked about taking the major scale and making melodies out of it or statements and resolving them on the 1, 3, or the 5, okay? That's kind of like what we did. All right, so now, and then we took the major pentatonic and we did the same thing. And on both of those scales, we moved them around with the modes and took some of the same ideas and came up with things. Okay, so I don't want to go take any of those ideas. I want to leave all those things there because that was a mouthful. It was a lot to practice, and I want to make sure you get it. I want to make sure if you do by chance, if you're not gotten that all the way, and you by chance you on this video, I want to make sure that this video is very easy to understand and to follow. So in this video, I think I'm just going to tell you about the point that you can take major scale ideas and combine them with major pentatonic ideas and make them one, so it can be an idea all in itself, just a combination of the two. So I think it's best for me to give you some examples so that you can play these examples, and then in playing these examples, it'll make sense to you. How you get these things is taking what you've learned from the previous videos and combining some of those ideas to make things like this. So I don't want to spend a lot of time on that. So I hope that that makes sense. I pray that that makes sense. Okay. I am going to start on my G. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my 5th note in the key of C. I'm going to go to my 6th note, which is A. So this is basically me using the 1, 2, 3, 5. This is me using like that, building off the 5th note of the scale to make a major pentatonic. Now we learned that. Except what I'm going to do is I'm going to go. I'm going to start off that idea with the major pentatonic starting from G on alto. So this is going to be my 1, 2, 3, 4. By 5, 6, I'm going to go 5, 6. So follow your scales for the numbers, whatever saxophone you're on. 5, 6, and then I'm going to go to my 1, and I'm going to literally walk my 1 all the way up to my 5. And then I'm going to resolve on the 3. So for the alto, I guess I will give you notes for this idea. G, A, C, D, E, F, G, E. All right, so it's going to look like this. I'm going to grab the soprano for you other guys and show you what that looks like on soprano and give you what notes you have. So we're going to the 5. So that means we're starting on C. So for the tenor and soprano, what we have is C, D, F, G, A, B flat, C. And then we resolve on the 3, which is A. Now I'm going to put that example into a real live situation. Again. You can try it now. 1, 2, 3. Now I want to try to give you at least 2 more examples, and I'm gonna stop this video so I can get to another building block for you. Okay, so I started off with the major pentatonic, and then I went straight to the scale, the major scale, and then I resolved. So this time I want to use the scale and go to the major pentatonic. So let's say this. So I walked all the way up to the sixth note from the 1. I skipped the 7th note, went straight to the 7th so that's like my pentatonic move. I moved from that 6 and went straight to the octave. Okay? And so since I had that, now I'm going to walk major pentatonic. I'm going to pretty much walk the major pentatonic all the way back down. So here's example number 2. So you see how that works? One more example. Example number 3. Can I go in and out from major scale to major pentatonic and back to major scale? This time I'm not going to call out any notes. I'm just going to do it. Because I'm going to have to think about it. I'm trying not to think about it, but think about it while playing it. So the idea is for you to get the concept of that. And when you go in the lab to experiment is to try things. My advice to you, major piece of advice, play things slow. Don't try to play things fast. Play things slow so you can kind of feel what you're doing. You can hear what you're doing. And if you need to think about what you're doing, you can think. And then as you make things nice and even and clean, you can then speed things up sometimes and have variations of ideas that you do fast or slow. And it's going to give you a little bit more, what I'm looking for. It's going to give you a little bit more color to your ideas. But fast notes, trying to impress people, are only going to kind of cause you to embarrass yourself or cause you to like gas out. When I say gas out, you ever seen a fighter come in swinging hard in the first round, and they tried to knock the person out so hard, and because they did not succeed, they're tired the next round. That person still got a lot more energy to go. There's times you're playing songs, and there's a lot more song left, and you'll sound like you can't do anything else but the same old stuff because you gave all your best ideas. You didn't take time to build by making statements, having a conversation, calling, answering yourself, and building up what you're saying so that people can understand and appreciate what you're doing. So that's my advice to you. Practice slow. Practice taking a piece of a major scale from mode or from root position. When I say root, right from the beginning of it. Jump to the major pentatonic. Jump out of the major pentatonic. Go scalar again. Jump back into the major pentatonic. Be able to do it in different ways, different degrees, different modes. And all these things will give you so many simple ideas that will allow you to sound like a champ when you solo. And you're just taking the simple things you know and doing a lot with it. Remember, melodies are catchy. So make melodies. Make melodies, and people end up loving the melodies. You know why we have choruses and things that we call hooks on songs? It's because that simple melody hook people and they don't forget it. They might forget skip. They might say, "Oh man, that was bad," but they don't remember half the notes. But that da 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 da, they might be walking somewhere and all of a sudden they come back in their mind. Da 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 da, or A B. Can you finish the song? C D. The simple melody caught you and it kept you. So take advantage of those things. We're going to move on to grace notes next.